So we're recording. I'm Rachel Stewart. I am here with my department group, 7th grade math, to discuss professional development for our department, 7th grade math, throughout the year. So let's start off with a few questions. What would you guys say your goal is for professional development throughout the year?
Well, I'm a math intervention teacher, so I like a variety of different ways to address problems from the past, basically learning gaps. And so I enjoy a mixture of elementary and middle school material because often my kids have missed things to do with fractions or decimals, and new ways to make that, especially more visual to them, I guess, and ways so they can that they can fill those problems that they've had. How about you, Ms. Lathan?
I like to go to professional development where I take something away that I can use the very next day in my classroom. Something that's not abstract or an idea, but something that literally I can use, whether it's a resource or, a strategy, but something that I can use right away.
So something realistic that we are allowed to use, not like group tasks or things like that we have to wait till the end to use. Okay.
And you probably really like things that are really specific to 7th grade, because often it seems like we'll have things that are not just 7th grade, and it's so nice when you have something to our specific curriculum.
Okay, that makes sense.
And math too, because strategies in other classes aren't always the same as what we need in a math classroom.
So again, meeting that realistic aspect. All right, what would be the best type of classes to help you meet these? So you touched on some elementary and middle for your kids. Do you feel like you get enough of those during our professional development days, or would you like to see more of?
Well, it's one of the reasons why I do attend the GRITS conference. Because it is a mixture of elementary and middle school. So I really do like to sign up for a mixture of the different types of classes during that. And I enjoy having like 2 or 3 days and just immersing myself in that. And then I don't have to get pulled from the classroom as much during the school year because it's kind of a challenge to be off of work.
And it gives you early on time to actually implement that in the classroom instead of waiting.
In my brain, I'm ready to make changes in the summer before the school year starts.
Okay, all right. What format do you guys prefer? Because we've done with our different ones, we've done like an all-day AMSTI, we've done multiple classes throughout the day, like you said with GRIT. So what do you guys prefer on that?
I prefer the mini sessions, and they, when they offer like a beginner, intermediate, and advanced, you can go deeper if you want to, but you do have the option, to not. Those mini sessions are easier to hold your attention, and typically the presenters give you just what you need because they only have a certain amount of time to get through.
Right.
That's a good
I like that because I didn't think about that. They do a lot of the beginning, intermediate, and advanced, and that is very helpful.
It is very helpful.
What about like technology, or do you find that technology helps for intervention? Any of those classes have been helpful for you?
Yes, but I have to admit, I guess my goal at this point would be to use a little bit less this next year.
Okay.
I feel like I was using it a little too much, and I need to kind of get back to paper and pencil a bit more.
What about like IXL? Would you want to see more from IXL since that's our benchmarking?
I feel like I know IXL pretty well at this point. What do you think, Ms. Lathan?
The only thing that not the only thing, but one thing that I would like for us to figure out is how to make sure the students are only doing their own work on IXL because of the technology and AI that's available. I would like learn a way to get them to, so it's just their work. They can't Google it. They can't, use
Good point.
How to
Gemini or
authenticate their
Yes.
realistic results and make sure that, because they are saying it correlates to ACAP, but if kids are cheating or getting help, it's not really going to correlate to ACAP like we want, which I'm interested in seeing that data very much so. But do we know when that comes out?
Should be this month because we should have it before school starts, I would imagine.
Think so? Okay. I'd be interested to see how all of that works out. So when would you prefer? I know you mentioned summer. You prefer to have yours over the summer. So
I really do.
closer to the beginning of school or just whenever throughout the
A
summer?
couple weeks before school starts. I always need that week or two right before to finish up everything that I didn't get done over the summer. So I like something around mid-July ideally is when I'm ready to get to work, but not ready quite yet for the classroom yet.
And that's when they do grits. Are you signed up for anything for grits?
I am.
What'd you sign up for?
Well, I can't remember everything I signed up for. Anything math related for middle school and elementary. I just did a mixture of whatever they had. I know I did things on fractions and decimals. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you here for all of the days or do you know?
I think
Okay.
3 days.
3 days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting. And I know you'll be at SREB, right?
Yes, and it's during that same time.
So you'll miss that. Okay. So what do you do at SREB? What is that?
They're mini sessions, but there are tons.
And you just pick whatever. Does Ms. Hall say, hey, I need you to go here, here, and here? Or does she say, hey, here's the itinerary, you guys kind of figure out who's going where?
In the past, we have focused on our subgroups when we were there. I mean, she'll let us do, whatever we want to, but she would like us to try to focus our minority students or our ELL
Yes.
students.
Yes.
Strategies to help them.
Okay, that makes sense. And do you prefer to have them during the school year or over the summer or?
I prefer the beginning of the school year and then the beginning of second semester.
Okay, I like that.
Beginning of second semester, it's like, all right, let me kind of regroup what worked, what didn't work, what do I need to adjust. I like those two time frames. I do not care for after school. Or
I don't think anyone does.
end of the school year. Like, those
I
are
mean,
tough.
I don't think anyone does, but that's all right. I'm with you guys. I think I like the summer. I was very apprehensive about grits when we moved here because I'm like, who wants to work over the summer? That's insane. But actually attending some of those mini sessions, and especially the AMSTI, I don't know what it is, but I feel like every single presenter I've had there has done such a great job of making it interesting and like highlighting new ways to look at things that I hadn't thought of before. But I do like the mini sessions that we've done previously. Like I know I did one with Canva and that's helped me a ton because now I know how to use Canva and I can make things for the classroom and stuff like that. But then having those sessions on iExcel as well has made a big difference in understanding how it works for our data and everything like that. So I'm hoping they continue to have some of those, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I signed up for another IXL when it grits this year.
Okay. I'll be interested to see what that one's about.
Level up, like we talked about. where-
Right.
Since I'm not a beginner, definitely.
Yeah. So any other points for how our district does professional development? Good, bad, ugly? Anything you guys can think of?
We usually have time to talk to each other.
Okay.
And,
So collaboration time?
Yes, our coworkers from other schools, because you can learn a lot just from, something that worked for them or didn't work for them, something that we can build on. Like, that's how we learned about the program that we did our bill work. Somehow, we missed
Yes.
out on that before
Yes.
and heard our coworkers talking, or
Well,
you know,
and Stella
complicated.
and I learned about some ELL stuff with the access testing and all that kind of stuff. Like I learned a lot through that just by talking to Foley teachers. So I'm with you on that for sure. That's a good one. Sometimes collaborating with the other schools makes a difference. If you were Scotty, would you do anything different? Because, he's phenomenal about taking surveys and
he is.
analyzing them. Like he takes that information literally and says, hey, good, bad, or ugly, this is what we got from this, and uses that for the next year. So like, is there anything, like if you were him, would you do anything different?
I wouldn't mind if he pulled people from outside. A lot of our presenters are our people. And a lot of, like me, I've been around for 23 years. So everybody's heard what I have to say. So,
Or you've collaborated, so they've
Right.
already heard what you're going to say anyways. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
And they're great that, we work with phenomenal teachers, but it might be good to hear somebody from outside, from another area, maybe similar to
Right.
ours.
Right.
What are they doing?
I wouldn't mind if he looked at our data and was like, okay, it seems like all our schools have trouble with probability. So I would like to focus on these seventh grade teachers having an actual some outsider coming in and giving us ideas on how to better teach probability or statistics or whatever
Right.
our area is, specific to
Specific,
our
yes.
curriculum. Sometimes I feel like everything's very general, and not so specific.
That's a good thought. That's a good thought. I've never thought about it like that, but, or even looking at individual schools and saying, hey, at Fairhope Middle School during your, because you know how we have those department meetings with 7th and 8th grade, and we have that time that we're supposed to put together, you know, PLC and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. Using that time to say, hey, 7th grade at Fairhope Middle, this is what you need to work on. 8th grade at Fairhope Middle, this is what you need to work on. That's not a bad idea. And that's probably something,
Or even if Scotty went and found some resources
Right.
for us and sent them to us and said, I don't know if this is what you want, but these are some things that I saw about ways to teach statistics better, and you know, I'm gonna share it with you. And he could do little videos and send it to us.
And
about
not fluff, like.
Right.
Like not a game or an activity.
no,
like
yeah,
actual teaching strategies.
right.
Yeah, that's good. All right, well, thank you, ladies. I appreciate it.
You're